Hey guys, today I'm going to be redoing my video on my piercings because I just got a new camera, which I'm filming with right now, so hopefully it'll be easier for you to see what I'm trying to show you and stuff, because the iPad and the phone really just doesn't get the job done. So I'm probably going to delete those videos, so this is like my first video. So I'm going to state my name is Erica, and I live in Pennsylvania, so first, I just want to show you my little friend. His name is Maximo. Say hi, Maximo. Say hi. He's very sleepy and lazy. Isn't he pretty? If you have any questions about him, don't be afraid to ask in the comments. Okay, so let's get into this. As I said, I already had a video on my piercings, but you can't really see it too well, and I have gotten other ones since then, so it's almost like an update kind of deal. So, the first piercings that I ever got were my earlobes, just like any other girl. As you can see, I have 3, but I'm going to go through them one by one. Just have little studs in there at this point. I got them done at my doctor's office. I think I was in like the 1st grade. Yeah, the 1st grade. So, there was just a bunch of girls that had them done, and I was like, ooh, Mom, can I go get them done too, because I thought it was cool. So she took me to get them done at my doctor's office, and they just did it with a gun, like any other place, except, the doctor's office is a little bit more sanitary than, like, Claire's. I really don't recommend you go to Claire's. But, ooh, hello, Cesar. Hello. Hello. Maximo's gonna eat you. I'm going to put him down. Oh, gosh. Cesar's coming for Maximo. See, this is my bird, Cesar. I don't think he likes the camera very much. Okay, so I got him done at my doctor's office, and they just used a gun. I mean, if you're a girl, you know how they do it. It's just a stud with a pointy back on it, and they put the cartridge in the gun, and then they hold it up to your ear and go, ksh, and it just pushes it through. I'm going to rate my piercings on a scale of 1 to 5. And I always give earlobe piercings about, I'd say the first ones were like a 1. As you get up a little higher, it's a little bit sharper of a pain, but that's just because you're getting a little bit closer into cartilage territory. So I'd give that a 1. You don't have to do, as far as cleaning goes, you don't have to do too much. You can really use like any antibacterial soap or just what they give you, but I'd recommend for you H2 Ocean, which is just a sea salt like spray that you just spray on it and you clean it off with a Q-tip. You just sort of pop the cap off, spray it on, and just go around the front and the back. Or like an antibacterial soap, I recommend Provon. I think it works like awesome. It's like medicated, so it actually helps your piercings to heal, not just clean it off. It actually medicates the skin so it doesn't get dried out. Because that happens a lot with piercings, is they'll get dried out and then they get really irritated. But my experience with the first ones is they didn't get infected or anything. You wait like 6 weeks and then you can change your jewelry and you're good. So now I'll move on to my second ones. The second ones I had some issues with. I think this one right here is the original one. So I went to Claire's this time and I got my second ones done. This one here, that was the 3rd grade then. And I got those done. But then this one here got like infected or irritated. What are you doing? Got infected or irritated or something, and I decided to take it out. So I had this one still. And then maybe a year or so later, I got it done again. And once again at Claire's, and that didn't work out. So then I went one more time and tried, which was about a year ago. So I skipped a long time from 4th grade up to freshman year. And I got this one right here, this second one here. And I actually had a 3rd one on this side, but she pierced it all funky in there. So I just I took that out because that looked dumb. So then I had this one here. It's been fine since, I've only had it for like a year and a half maybe, because it's January and I had it done beginning of freshman year. I'm a sophomore, by the way. So yeah, I mean, I had a lot of issues with that, but that's just because I went to Claire's and they screwed it up like every time. She had them pierced on angles and stuff, but when I got this one done, I went to the Piercing Pagoda, and since that's kind of like what they do at the Piercing Pagoda, they knew what they were doing, even though it was still with a gun. But yeah, that one worked out just fine. I haven't had any problems with it so far. But as I said, this one here, it was pierced in an awkward area, so I didn't really like it. And then I had it out for too long during basketball season, and it kind of closed up a little bit, so I just didn't shove it back through. And then, okay, then this was May of last year, so I've had this here. This is called a helix piercing or cartilage piercing up here. Just have a stud in it. I've had this for maybe around 8 months now. I got it done in May last year, along with a tragus piercing, which is no longer here, but I'll tell you what happened. See right here? I don't know if you can see a scar. It's just this flap of skin. I got them both done at the same time. I'll do this one since I still have it. But I went to a piercing shop. Yeah, like literally a tattoo shop, and I was kind of scared just because you walk in and my piercer had like tattoos all over her and piercings, and she had a giant like Decepticon tattoo on her neck, and I was like, oh Lord, you know? I was like, okay, you're scaring me, but she ended up being really nice and she did a good job. And all they did for this here was they clamped it, and then they took a needle, they put it through, and then they put my jewelry in, which I'll show you the jewelry, which I got for both of my piercings, by the way. I got both of them pierced with a horseshoe ring at a 16 gauge. Looks like this. It's supposed to have another ball, but I lost it. This is at 16 gauge. And I left that in for maybe about 2.5 months. I had both of them. I'll just talk about this one. So I had that in for about 2.5 months before I changed it. And the way that I cleaned it was I would H2Ocean it in the morning and also sea salt soak it in the morning. And then at night in the shower I'd use this, my Provon, and then I'd do another sea salt soak. So I cleaned it a lot. And since they were both on the same ear, when I did sea salt soaks and stuff, it just sort of worked. So pain for that, I'd rate maybe a 3. It really didn't hurt that bad, but I think it hurt a little bit more because I got my tragus done first and then got this, so the blood was already rushing to my ear. So, I mean, it stung, you know, like when they did it, but also when they clamp it and then put a needle through, there's like pressure on there. So when she took the clamp off, it really like helped with the pain, but it hurt. It wasn't pleasant, but it wasn't that bad. I don't have a high pain tolerance, but I don't have a super low one either. So, I also had my tragus done right here. That one there, surprisingly, everybody asked me, oh my gosh, did that hurt? I'm like, no, it actually hurt. It didn't hurt at all. At all. I was so shocked. It just felt like a little prick. But it was the same process. They just clamp it, put the needle through, then put your jewelry in. And I had that same horseshoe ring in, same cleaning, and the pain, I would give it maybe a 2. So it's a little bit of a step up from an earlobe piercing, but nothing crazy. So, I mean, I don't have that many piercings, but I am definitely planning on getting more. In about a month, I'm going to get my other 3rd hole and my belly button done. And then in the summer, I'm probably going to get my nose and maybe something else on my ear, which I'll film for you guys and give you updates and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, this is my first video. It's not that long or anything, but I'm going to do a video on each individual piercing that I have to tell you like cleaning and everything in depth. This was just a quick like run through and a little explanation on the pain and just, you know, just a brief explanation on my experience. So I hope you like this video, and I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel so you can watch my other videos that I'm going to be filming very soon. So let's say goodbye to Maximo. He's very tired, see?